We're talking about getting the chin up. I know it's hard to believe, but John doesn't want me to choke him. Yeah, sometimes it gets weird. So he's going to keep that chin down, and he keeps his chin turned to his shoulder. Okay? That makes it very hard for me to get underneath there. Alright? As soon as I do, he's going to turn his head and make sure I'm into that elbow. But you see how he's looking towards the arm I'm attacking with. He never never want to look the other way. Okay? He looks the other way, now I crank his neck. So he's always, whatever arm I'm choking with, slap him a little bit, make sure he's awake. He's always turning to cut off that side of his neck, so I can't really dig in there. Okay? So I got to have another option. This is why I like that thumb knuckle so much, because I can really drive it in there and get underneath. Alright? Another option that I really enjoy is grabbing the nose. Alright? Yep. So, I get underneath, but his chin's still not up. So I'm going to fall to the side I want to attack with. I'm going to take out my underhook, and I'm going to scoop the bottom of his nose. I'm not grabbing. All I'm doing is covering his mouth, which is legal in most tournaments. Okay, but this is all I need. I just need him to lift that chin a little bit, and then I can finish. Okay. The other one I wanted to go over, we call the short choke. All right, Carlos was just talking about this. It's a little bit different version of the rear naked choke. Instead of folding my arms behind here, I'm actually going to grab palm to palm. All right, just for any of you guys that have done my darts class where we do the 3/4 Nelson, I'm locking my palm to palm and I'm tucking my elbow right into his spine. All right, so I want our arms as tight between us as I can. I like to go foot across the hip, if you can see here. Yes. You can use both hooks if you like, up to you. I usually tend to go here because I can really push that way. And now I've got my hands anchored to his shoulder. My cheek is still to his cheek. And I'm going to pull my right elbow back to my body as I extend my hips. Alright? This one's not nearly as nice as a rear naked choke. This one crushes everything. Okay? I'm pulling that right elbow back like a paper cutter. Alright? My hands are locked in behind his back. And whatever arm is behind him is palm up. Alright? So I lay that on his shoulder. My other arm wraps on top. No thumbs. Okay? And ear to ear. I have to have my head here to hold his head in place. If I don't, I'm just pulling on his neck. Exactly. And he starts turning. Ear to ear. Take the picture. Squeeze everything together. And I extend my hips as I pull that elbow backwards. It doesn't take much. Okay? So, we're just going to start in this position since we're almost out of time. Here. Okay, actually we're not even going to mess with that. We just finished the triple mount. We're in this position. Okay? I went to here for control purposes, because if I went the wrong way and I stay on this side, I have to get this underhook before I attack. But if we fall to the correct side here when we take the back, I'm already choking. Okay? So, we're going to pretend we just hit our triple mount. We just took his back. I'm here. I'm going to switch the hands. John's looking the way he should to defend, and I can't get it. I still have his shoulder, so I'm going to fall to that side. I got my foot, his hips controlled. I pull out the underhook, slide right under. All right? I don't need to press hard. Don't piss off your partner because they're going to get to do it to you. All right? Just enough to get that chin up. And as soon as that happens, that hand pulls straight back, elbows to my body, forearms in the back of his shoulder, and I use my hips and big chest. Same thing. Pull my elbow back. Any questions? MMA, this is a great choke because you can actually grab your own glove. It's perfectly legal. I can grab my glove to anchor it in there. I don't have to go palm to palm. Because when I got the wraps and gloves in the way, yep, it's hard. It's really hard to get a good lock. No gi, it's easy. But once you put, or no gi or gi for that matter. But once I put those gloves and the wraps on, it gets a little fat in here. You got a little Hadouken ball from Street Fighters. So having something grabbing onto that cloth, perfectly legal. Josh Thompson's notorious or very good at, whichever you want to define. Very, very good at that. He's finished a couple of fights that way. Hitting that palm, anchor it in behind his back, pull that elbow backwards. Any questions? 1, 2, 3.